I also don't know which songs are next. I know I'm performing about 5 Jones off the album, but I don't remember which order we put them in because I too have had a beer too. So, whatever said 2, when I put them in order. I just don't remember which order I put them in. You know, it happens. Fuck it, just play something. I think, I feel like, yeah, let's do regular. This is called Regular. It's produced by Hank McCoy and Dana Starr. These are my young boys. We all grew up together. They grew up around the corner from each other, like their backyards was connected type shit. For us to be connected on music is mad important. You can play it whenever. Same shit. Dana had, she had played this, you know, just playing this riff on TikTok one day. And Hank saw it, he was like, yo, this shit high. He showed the sentence to me. I was like, yo, we should kill this shit. And then like, maybe like 30 minutes later, he had a beat using the sample that she had did, sent it to me. I rapped to it, we sent it to her with our fingers crossed, like, I hope she's cool with us doing this, because we didn't even ask her before we did it. She was like, yeah, it's cool, let me add some more keys to it, and, you know, make sure y'all put me on there as a producer and you know, as a feature as well, so that's how that happened. But regular, it's no, it's just a verse, it's just what I do on the regular. It can be awkward on the regular. What's good? Yo, what's up, is another beer in there? No more beer?
They popular. Nah, they sold out.
They sold out?
Yeah.
That's wild. Wow. I gotta start bringing 2 book bags, like 1 for me, 2 for you. Type shit. It was fun. Aaron Ryan, give it up for Aaron Ryan. Directed the Horns at the Funeral video. Been rocking with me. Gotta switch to dongle. Did y'all know that was called a dongle?
Yes. I did not know.
Found that out. Found that out.
Yeah. No? I think we good. Just play when it plays. I think she got me.
Alright. I think we're good. Promise the song is good. We're gonna do 2 songs too, so they're gonna just go back to back. Let's go. Turn it up a little bit. Here we go.
Say my name, now she's different from the rain. Slim chances, wishing for a change. It's part of the game, it's all the same. And they wonder why I'm different from the fame. The healing's more expensive than the pain. Either be a victim or you're the blame. Call it out, they'll call you vain. They'll call you vain, so you ignore restraint. All I'm saying is the bigger picture is more than pain. A true artist goes the cost to the frame. Play my lane, show them a path for years. I was stressed. Big block blessings from there when I was manifesting. I let them live and learn. Time teach the greatest lessons. Going back, hold on, because the deal was tested. And the apex, top of our game, ain't take a break yet. Stop, got a lot, let's save that. Bet the house on it, wicked like that. Can't escape that, the bars wouldn't survive if no take that. Playing bitch, set it in motion, nice things. This year never was shows in a lifestyle. And they said it's a slogan, a soldier. Veteran soldier, you got a good head on your shoulders. Remind me of when that era was golden. Turn the way out, good with the bad, I followed energy. Things will never get back, I'll find this memory. Said that was around the corner, took it literally. Turned emotions, grabbed the sentences from my temperature. Thinking what these songs did to the humidity. Ironic that that degree became a contingency. Promise that active detail gain an affinity. For vivid imagery came together as perfect symmetry. Ignoring expectations, end up ahead of them. Hours, on and on, etc., etc. They'll find it hard to measure up or level up. Ain't even turn the pressure up. I do this on the regular. Regular. Nobody wants to be regular. But see, I just want to be your regular. Yeah, every day. Be your steady Eddie on those crazy days. No one wants to be regular. Hank McCoy on the beat.
keep it going. Give me something else. Give me something else. That's regular. Yeah. Let's say 3. Let's say 03 next to it.
80?
Let's say 03.
Oh, regular.
What's that 2?
So that's on.
Let's do that.
It's like he was a chill Moody thing. He was part of a special club. I mean, it was like little secret society. We greeted each other a certain way. We spoke the language. We understood. It wasn't true. Because it was just like ways. What happened was, the train about that. And that train eventually got that and leaves. Subside.
All of them I'm feeling like they just taking notice. It's all Gucci. Look at my opponent. I've been roaming since enrollment. Flowing off the pulpit, mixing potions. Time flies. Consequence of living in the moment. We was told to have no worries. And through it all, every day be its own journey. We do it all with intention. Do it with a purpose. Understanding that anything and magic can be manifested. Started with a dream and a plan. Explain the schemes to my man. Stay close to the plan. Put our team on the grand. Motivated from the days we split beats to the past. Stay 10 toes down. Now I got our feet in the sand. Swear we grind us on. They thought our time was on. So they doubt me. I'm kinda appalled. This album with that problem resolved. I see it all. No regard. Don't give the credit to it still going on. But I still got time. Tell them we still got time. Say when it rains, when it pours, all those hours, truly yours. Still got time. Tell them we still got time. Say when it rains, when it pours, all those hours. I left the team with a promise to show it through. By the maneuvers and drama, sometimes the numbers even high. We ain't usually the silence. I find it ironic, yelling at they moving in silence. Ain't nothing left to judge. We move with honor, said it was quiet for 'em. Through the streets on fire for 'em. Ready to play the horn, organ, and a fire for 'em. Can do a lot with a little. It's how we plan to acquire more. 20 feet tall, cause of what I endured. A lot of chips, I know that some get lost. Claim my time in the light, they left sun ticked off. Saw my way through the forest. Ain't surprised that I'm run this far. Ain't come this far to come this far. I want it all. Going for everything that's meant to be. Was told, don't come back, wasn't meant to be. If you're a factor, you already moving backwards. Never in this story, another chapter. Still got time. Tell them we still got time. Say when it rains, when it pours, all those hours, truly yours. Still got time. Tell them we still got time. Say when it rains, when it pours, all those hours, truly yours. Still got time. This is my old
And before that, before people could write oral tradition method, it's been a process. But all in all, he wasn't even telling the truth and the lying. It's either one or two things that you gotta do. You see?
What's crazy is, I was at an Uber, and this old head just started talking. He kept talking. But he was dropping gems in the midst of like, talking. And I just started recording, and he said that shit, is, but before people could write oral tradition, meant a lot. It's been a process. And he said, but all in all, whether you're telling the truth or you're lying, there's only two things you can do. And then at the end of it, I say, they just make it harder to find the truth. I had no idea what I was going to do with that voice recording. I had that shit, once again, like 4 or 5 years, just had it. And when I wrote that song, I'm like, damn, this kind of speaks to everything I was saying. So initially, that was the intro that I Still Got Time, because that's when the album was called I Still Got Time. And that was the intro. And Owe just set the whole thing off of me, like he started it at first. And then when we made it, that middle, that bridge part in the album, I put that part at the beginning where I was like, if you was a Chill Moody fan, you was part of a certain club, you spoke in the language we only understood it, and the trends, the definition of a trend, you got a beginning and an end. And that's why I try to never be trendy, because I don't want, no ending onto what I'm doing. But I didn't add that until, you know what I mean, the album was about to be out, so this song sounded a whole 4 different ways until, you know what I mean, we actually got to that part. But I just hope Moody never hears that, because I ain't got no royalties from him. He was talking some shit, he said a lot of shit that day. He ain't know who he was talking to.
Shout out to him. But I still got time. I mean, you look at this, it's just a crazy 3-song run, dog. You got Burn It All Down, Brianna Castro. You got Set the Standard, that is like the perfect response to Burn It All Down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I still got time, because I'm listening to Set the Standard, I'm feeling empowered. You know what I'm saying? To make a positive change in my own situation. I had a question for you. I think it was something like, because the beer is really working on me. I think the question was, you had a line that says, we never pandered. I think the question was going to go somewhere along the lines of, we got this trend now where we talk about standing on business, and I was going to ask you what that meant to you. But I'm going to skip it instead. I think I Still Got Time kind of speaks to the other side of standing on business, where it's a noble thing to do, being original, true to yourself, staying out of the trendy pocket, but sometimes it ostracizes you. Sometimes it isolates you. Are we synergizing?
Oh, we're about to synergize.
Go pick up
Can I pick up where you were leaving off?
Yeah.
Okay, because when you get from I Still Got Time into 80, I love how you talk around like, oh, I'm buying art, and then there's also people who are still smoking on the stoop, essentially. And so like, there's that, oh, they're still rolling while I'm buying, versus I'm buying art. And so I think that's also dope, because it is a different kind of trend into like what your experience was, right? And so I was sitting there listening to that of just like, that's why I said I Still Got Time is like the closing chapter of this, is the final third, because now you have now set into this new lifestyle.
Exactly.
And it may not be what is trendy, but also there is this isolating factor that as you embrace this new lifestyle, there are sometimes people may not understand where you're at, and they may not be able to relate to the things you do now, which is why I love, like, there's a difference between like grilled salmon versus blackened salmon. Like, you using different spices, it's different. You fancy. But like that's
Niggas love a blackened salmon over a bed of arugula.
okay. I love arugula, right? But it's different. And so like even like little shit like that, as you think around like this last part of the album, it's an acceptance of where you are and understanding that you have to shed the space that you came up in, while still reflecting like, yo, this is what made me, and I knew what I didn't want versus what I could take. So I think, finish your question.
Well, I'm not sure where I was headed now. I also think, like, let me just add a layer to your thought. And you combat anything that goes against your original design.
Y'all are hitting every fucking point. Like, y'all are really good at
This is our due diligence.
I know, guys. Shit. Seriously, it's crazy to hear that like, you understood what the fuck I was saying, and I come up with these random ass thoughts and these crazy, harebrained schemes of like, hiding shit in the music, and you just find it in all this fire.
But like, you're the design of the power, like the way that
I did it on purpose. Like I did it.
The sequencing was very intentional in this process.
You know how I sequence. Like I talk to you.
I'm gonna take the compliment. I'm gonna take it. I'm coaching myself in 2023. I'm taking compliments of all kinds. If y'all want to lobby into me, I'll take them.
Three beers in them.
Doesn't, boy, them IPAs, boy, they miss him. Is it tough to persist in a direction? You know there's something on the other side of that. You're going through, I guess, the rigors of life. You're gaining stuff. You're losing things, but you're sure about your direction. That's what I Still Got Time means to me. Is that hard for you, towing that line between I'm on the right path and it's tough?
No, because I'm not gonna waver from what I said I was going to do. Burn It All Down. I say, how's it start? I don't know. I said I'm gonna do everything I said I would, solely because I said I would. That's why. Like, there's no other fucking reason to me doing this shit other than the fact that I said I was gonna do it. So I gotta word is all you got. You know what I mean? I gotta keep that promise to myself. That's really what it is. So it's not difficult. It's difficult. It's tedious. It's strenuous at times, but it's not difficult in the sense of like, I might give up.
Because I think what I want to lean into a little bit more is like the unexpected, I don't even want to say consequences, but the unexpected results that came with you going in that direction. Like, did you deal with this tension of people who knew who you were versus the existence and how you exist now? Like Chill Moody before the platform and then who he is now. Like, I feel like you feel pretty authentic and you feel pretty streamlined as who you are, but like what this new space, what came with that new space for you?
It's not really new. Like people that know me know that ain't nothing ever changed. I hate driving. I used to tell all my friends, look, when I buy a car, I'm going to rap about one, but I'm not into cars. Like, so you're not gonna hear those luxury bars. But I like fine dining. I like to eat well. So you hear me rap about, last night the dinner was 12 courses. That shit really happened. It was a fly ass dinner too.
Must be nice.
I enjoy that type of stuff, so I'm gonna rap about that. And it's not like to make nobody feel no type of way. Then it's like this is my life. What else am I gonna rap about? I can tell you because I did it and it was bad. Like I shot so many people in my song.
Okay, Block Captain. Okay, Block Captain.
Block Captain. Wow.
2K.
Shut up, Tag.
Wow.
Shut up, Tag.
Don't shout out to me. That's crazy. I'm never telling you nothing again. Go ahead. I forgot.
Dana Star.
Yeah.
So I'm not even sure if I've ever even like given you context of how deep this shit go for me, but my cousin Keith had a band called Hazy Blue. He played the drums for him, and they would go around opening and doing like middle acts for the Bull Bay. Dana Star, when Dana Star was singing. Joey Cathos, Jacqueline Constance, Bino, Jade Alston. Like, this is the guard of Philly music that I was coming up in 2010s and beyond, and I really hold on tight to. Like, when I catch these people in traffic, I'll really fanboy out. And they look at me crazy. Because
I did the same thing. We were just talking about the Inglorious and how they finished the set, and I was like, yo, can I get y'all a set list? And I still got that joint in the crib.
Good as shit.
And these niggas are amazing. I fanboy about your shit.
Quite literally.
Thank you, y'all.
In front of you on camera and shit.
I'm gonna take the
I
comment.
hate watching it. It's crazy. It's what it is. This shit is dope.
But watching the two of y'all get together for something like this is just hard. And I wasn't even part of it, but it's still a full circle moment for me.
It's crazy because Dana was on West Chili, like the first West Chili. She was on a song called She Sings to Me. And that was like her first time in the booth. Like her first time like stepping out and like, taking hold of her gift. Like she's an amazing producer, but an amazing songwriter, an amazing singer. And we had to like force her to do that shit. So it's really full circle to like, we got her back outside in a sense. And she popped up to the listening party and was like, I'm ready, got her BMI shit all set up and like, I'm ready to get back like out here. So it was definitely full. And then the fact that Hank's on the song with her, literally like grew up around the corner from each other, like backyards connected type shit. So it was a hell of a full circle jump for that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna take the space. Blame I think my question is, so, and I got into your catalog probably around 2012, 13. The landscape has changed since then. And I think you're part of a guard of Philly music where y'all lived at this intersection between classic R&B and hip hop or neo soul and just like the bleeding edge of social media. Like where mixtape rap overflowed into, I can't imagine what that might have been like to try to figure out how to revamp your formula to appeal to a global audience now. Could you walk me through what that looked like for you?
It looked like making beer. It looked like starting to golf and build the brand that way. It looked like, all of the ancillary things I do around the music. I couldn't change the music. I couldn't change my direction. I couldn't change my intention with the music. I want to connect with people. Social media ain't gonna stop me from wanting to do things like this. I love the intimate crowd. I love to be able to, because ultimately these are the people that are gonna go and tell other people. They're not gonna be complacent in the robbery or whatever analogy you came up with. It was dope, but I just don't remember what it was. But they're not the people that's going, they're witnesses and they're gonna, you know.
They gonna snitch.
There you go. There you go. That's all I thought she was gonna do. She never said it, so I didn't want to say. But yeah, so that part of it never changed. But you know, what I mean, the bills was still there, so you had to do the other things to make sure that the bills was taken care of, and also make sure that the art wasn't compromised in trying to survive in this industry, this ever-changing industry. I'd be rapping like a whole lot of different ways if I had to like try to keep up with trends and all of that shit. It's like, nah, the music's gonna be the music forever, because that was for the people that gravitated to it. I ain't worried about, you know, the music being as worldwide as I'm worried about the beer and the other brand of it being worldwide, because you gotta compromise a lot when it comes to that. Like even making a Pilsner, I don't drink Pilsners. I hate Pilsners. I had to make a Pilsner that I liked because I know worldwide that's the beer. Some countries don't have craft beer. They got beer, and that beer is a Pilsner, and you have to make it the same way every fucking time. You go to fucking
no, the Czech Republic.
Czech.
That's where I studied
Czech
abroad, and I was like, oh,
exactly.
This is a Pilsner. So
Czech
I
has a
appreciate it.
Pilsner. Croatia, they just got Pilsner. You get a beer, it's fucking Pilsner. And then I know the World Cup is coming here, and then I know that's the soccer beer. So I'm like, we had to do, but that's business shit. That's compromises that I'm not gonna make in the music. So I have to be able to exercise that part of that in other ways. But the music, it never changed, and my intentions with the music never changed.
Nah, that's fire. And now for me, I love a good visual. I like a good video, and so I really appreciate the visual direction that you're going in there, especially with the horn, the funeral, and Made Away. Yeah, and so both of them, I'm looking at both of these videos, and I think it's really dope because it feels like it is reflective. Now you're at the part of your life where you're also like documenting a lot of stuff, and so being able to understand, like, one, we still got time. Like I said, it's a very reflective and celebratory project with the visuals, and so shout out to you because the visuals are very much so complimentary to. Say your name again.
That's Aaron.
Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. Okay.
And I got murdered.
Okay.
Made by murder.
Nah, for real. Like I love the documentary style that you're going with it because I felt like I was on your journey with you. So as you're talking around like, yo, I'm doing all of this stuff, there's still so much more to go, but I can also know at the end you're gonna celebrate the work that I've done and live beyond it. So you're also talking about legacy. And so is that the intention behind both of the visuals you put together? Because also Made Away is like an homage to Philly, but specifically also you're in a stadium.
Yeah, nobody's done that.
No one's doing that. Like, to me, I'm just like, these things are so important. And one, I like a rollout. I like good crafting of a narrative, and I feel like there is such a strong through line of this. So is that one, the intention that you wanted to put behind it, but also when you sat down with your team, like, yo, I want this moment that I had at the Band Center. I want this moment in the Eagle Stadium. I want this moment here, and you know you're gonna be able to like document that.
This is the conversation that we had. This is the conversation that me and Aaron had when we started. And we were introduced to each other here in this space. I met Aaron at Rec Philly out on the other side.
Love a full circle moment.
We connected on some Pisces shit, as true Pisces do, just dipping away from everybody else. Yeah, we out here.
Sister sign. We love to see it.
We just got to talking, and you know, she came on board just to document. As you said, we had a lot going on this year. It's like, all right, we got to document it. Through that documentation, it was like, all right, Horns at the Funeral is that culmination of everything that we've been doing. We gotta make sure we show it, because I've always described this album as like my second debut album. It gotta feel like the first time you heard me, whether you heard me before or not. It's gotta feel like the first time. So I gotta reintroduce some people to some shit, but I also gotta introduce some people to shit that they've never seen before and what's going on currently. Keep it current as well. So that was definitely the intention, to show like that documentary process, to make you feel like you were a part of this, even if you weren't. But if you were, you cried. There's no way you watch that video and you had been there and you ain't shed a little tear, because I did and everybody else did as well.
Fact, because I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I said, oh, I watched that a lot. Like watching you at the Man Center, I thought that joint was so fire. So like seeing you there and then seeing it in the visual, I'm just like, this is a beautiful moment because there's something beautiful for the audience that gets to see you in person, but then when they get introduced to you through YouTube and the video format, you're like, oh, this man is about his stuff, but he loves his city, he loves where he came from, and he does not stray away from that. It's always gonna be a dope anchor.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'm just appreciative of how much you're able to put that on, but also like, what does your Philly look like? Is my question, because I feel like you are able to really expose so many Philadelphians. And I think about this as an educator, like so many of my students are not exposed to so many of these things. They know their 4-block radius, they know their zip code. And so for me, I'm just like, I love seeing what you're doing because you're introducing Philadelphia to your world and it gives them permission, or at least, I'm not religious, but I like the idea of bearing witness to get permission to do something.
Yeah,
like, do you intentional about that?
For sure. My Philly looks like opportunity. It looks like understanding that we have a wealth of resources, a wealth of talent, and we should be taking advantage of this shit. We in a space that is all about that, and you know, I show y'all all the love all the time. Like, you understand what we got here, and you found a way to harness it and put that here. But that's what my Philly looks like, opportunity. Whether it's me providing opportunity or me taking advantage of opportunities presented to me, that's what I feel like Philly should be, because you know, you get the representation, seeing what people are doing, taking advantage of these opportunities. It's only gonna move you to do it as well.
It's a nice chill stand.
Everybody eats type shit.
Set the stand. And like, I'm gonna give you your flowers in front of you, bro, because you're really paying it forward in the most like dynamic fashion I've ever seen. And in small rooms, Daryl will tell you. Like, even you giving him video credit on them clips.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Had to.
You know what I'm saying? But now
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
That's how it's supposed to be.
So I don't see it that way, and I understand that, but that's how it's supposed to be. You shot some dope shit that night, and it's like, yo, can we use this for the video? He's like, yo, we gotta make sure of course we gotta make sure, like, let's make that happen. Like, that's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, but we gotta call a thing a thing. Philly has a sticky culture. We're notorious for it. Am I making it up?
No.
You know, when we talk about Uzi leaving the city, et cetera, people always harken back to, well, the city got a crazy gatekeeping culture. And I think you are one of the few individuals who actively combat that culture.
I have to. I can't do it alone, but I do sometimes. I try as hard as I can, but that's just naturally who I am. I raised by my mom. My mother was a giver. Like, she gave you her fucking last. It's innate. That's all I know. So I'm going to try to, you know, lift as I rise, if you will.
Crazy. And a little context. So Chilla hit me in the middle of summertime. I'm laying in bed, bruh. I'm rubbing my feet together, etc.
It's giving Oscar Prize. I saw that episode of the Proud Family. Oscar said, the fire.
I'm from the island. These is Jamaican foot bottoms. But I'm reclining. I'm not even thinking about the craft. I just got off the school year, so I'm taking it easy. Chill, text me, because you got the Man Center coming up. You got the Darren Atwater, the 96-piece orchestra. You got the 30-piece choir. It's a lot of shit going on. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm going to be in attendance as a fan. He sent me a text like, bro, I'm trying to do our record up there. You free? Yeah, I'm free. Like, it's not normal. You know what I'm saying? Because even in his set, like, and it was some stuff that happened behind the scenes. I can't even really give y'all context, but working through that and still finding a way to make me a part of that is huge, dog. So I want you to accept this compliment. Don't even say nothing.
I'll let a problem accept it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yo, that shit was dope. You are different, bro. Like the way that you're carrying it, and especially in this city, is different. So can we give Chill a couple of leads?
And thanks for showing up today. That was important.
Thanks for having me, man.
That was important.
Are we good?
I'm good. I think some niggas aren't doing speeches. I can talk to a tree if I wanted to. But I think that was just a beautiful moment for us to, overall, for this interview, before we give it to the audience and the community that we have here, to ask you questions. Like, I love this moment of one being able to like witness giving you your flowers, y'all giving each other your flowers, but also the thing I keep hearing, the use of we, the use of community, Philly, all of that is very important throughout this entire project. And also just reimagining the world that you grew up in and knowing that I don't think it's just like, yeah, you still got more time, we still got more time, the city still has more time to really find its direction. And so I want to say like this album also felt like a love letter to Philly to be able to like progress and keep going.
It's a call to action to everybody.
Yeah.
It's a call to action to everybody that's doing whatever they're doing and understand that we still got time. Like, that's really what it was.
So I just want to say I appreciate you. I appreciate this project. It has definitely uplifted me within this last